Hello everyone and welcome back to Sorcery. Today we're gonna continue and explore actually part of the town or the city I never was in, so yeah, let's see what awaits us. A short way along the street forks, a narrow alley heads right between narrow buildings, while the main road curves away out of sight towards a wooden cliff. Let's try follow the road. You follow the road as it curves around. To your left, a line of buildings has been constructed out of the side of a natural cliff face. Above them is a thick area of trees. On the right, you pass a building bordered by a wall, almost as high itself. Did you see something move between the pines that line the ridge? You stop and stare, but make out nothing, perhaps a movement of a low shadow, but perhaps it is the sunlight through the shifting branches. But certainly, those trees must be thick with wild animals, and the creatures that live here must be plagued by them. Unless the creatures that live here are more dangerous themselves. Oh, we can make some spell here. Let's see. Summon darkness. That doesn't help me. Sus, sense danger. Yeah, why not? Just one stamina. Let's do this. You cast the spell, and a calm voice enters your mind, telling you that inside the hide well is much danger, and death, and cruelty you'd do well to avoid. The warning delivered its slings away. Time to move on. You follow the road as it narrows. The houses built up against the cliff face become narrower too, with a single buildings divided and divided again, until each dwelling is no wider than its own doorway. Knock on door? You pause to knock on a random door. After a short pause it opens, to reveal a swing woman, wearing a bright blonde wig. She seems surprised to see you.
Who are you?
She demands.
Who sent you?
I'm from the council.
From the council?
She yelps.
Whatever. I pay my bills. I'm an honest swine.
I know that's why I'm here. She narrows her already narrow eyes.
What's it you want?
I need somewhere to stay. She shakes her head.
Things with the council have got to bed, haven't they? Well, don't say we didn't, I'll warn you.
She folds her arms. You thank her for her time. Okay, seems like this alley is trying to lead me to the Fireway Square. Let's see. Let's walk further on. This looks important. This house here. The road turns and heads roughly southeast once more. But you have been spotted. A group of young orclings are scurrying towards you. They don't look too friendly. Hurry to avoid them. You increase your stride, hoping to breeze right past. But the gang is big enough for them to easily block the road. You are soon right in their midst. Their hands poke at you and push outwards, hoping for a donation. I don't have nothing. I really don't have nothing. What I could do here too? I could scare them, probably. That probably could work. It's not like my black mask would... Like... My black mask was used. Force field. Nope. Read minds. Why not? You slip on the skull cap and cast your spell, tuning into the orcling's thoughts. They are only children, which makes them easier to read. Enough that you are able to sleep this way and that, avoiding their prying fingers entirely, until you are clear of the group. Oh. Okay. Sure. You continue up the road, leaving the chattering orclings behind. After a short distance you come across a large building made of stones and mortar. It stands alone inside its own patch of grounds and usually it seems to be in a state of good repair. A large L is carved on the gate post. For Lorag, perhaps? The mine road continues right past the house. Yeah, wasn't Lorag the guy which had some part of the spell? Oh man, this will be something bigger, isn't it? He entered the gate and followed the path to the front of the house. Between tall, well-tended trees, this place seems quite lived in. Okay, I don't know anything about this guy. Maybe he is nice, guys. Maybe. The door to the house is solid oak wood, decorated with elaborate carvings. In the middle is a great brass knocker. Huh. Use magic. There are easier ways into a house than by asking permission, of course. Wait, I don't exactly want it to just break inside. Well, I guess this is what I'm gonna do. Zip. We don't have green ring for teleportation. Nope. Open locks and doors. You cast the spell and the door quietly unlocks itself and swings open. You hear running footsteps from the side, and an elderly man appears, somewhat out of breath. "A sorcerer!" he claims. "Why, I haven't spoken to a sorcerer in what feels like years. They tend to hang them here in Kare whenever they get the chance. Come on in, my name is Lorag." He gestures you into the house. "This way, please." Oh. Hey! That's nice, thank you. You follow him into his study, an elegant room lined floor to ceiling with books. "So are you sage or a sorcerer?" He laughs. "Neither. I am teacher," he replies. "A scholar, but I like to think of myself as wise enough. And when I have studied books, I have studied sorcery. I seek to understand how it came to be, for it's the beginning of something that determines its true power." The shoulder pad is winding around his leg. He ruffles its spines absently. "There, Erknius," he murmurs. "There's a good beast." "I am told you can help me to open the north gate." He looks at you seriously. You are on the mission, I see that. But is your mission to destroy Kare or to save it?" "Well, I'm kind of doing all this to save it, but it doesn't really give me option to say so, so I'm only passing through," you reply. "To the Backlands? No one travels to the Backlands without a reason, so you must be strong and intelligent. If your story is true, let me see." And he goes over to his bookshelf, returning with a paper folder. "You know, of course, how magic comes to be in this world." "I don't." "No. Magic comes from the stars." "Oh, I actually know that." "The stars above create the power and the force that servers channel for their work. And so the powers that are available are determined by the stars, not by the form of the spells themselves." "Go on." "I am a humble scholar, but the question I have set my life to answering is this. Are there other ways for magic to be brought?" "You mean other kinds of magic?" "No, not other kinds, only other forms. Here, I will show you." He opens the folder and spreads out several sheets of rock paper across his desk. They contain a pattern of strange symbols, grouped in trees. Well, that looks like something I will never understand. These were discovered painted on the walls of Aiedail caves," he explains. "I have paid handsomely to have them smuggled to me. Even the first noble of Kare does not know I have them, and if he did, his rage would be terrible. Do you know what they are?" "I mean, this reminds me carpet from the temple." But could it be? I know!
Oh, yes?
He looks at you with interest.
What are they?
I don't think these are constellations. Maybe spells? Spells!
Exactly!
He nods appreciatively.
They are spells, but not spells as we would have them. Those were painted by cave people before the Dark Ages, over 3,000 years before Chalna discovered the crown. They perform the same magic because the stars have not changed, but as you can see, the spells themselves are different. See this one.
And he draws out a sheet of paper on which is drawn the following symbols. What does it do?
We will never be complete sure,
He replies. He shakes his head.
but based on these images found, with this spell I believe it is a spell of confusion, one that will muddle and befuddle any creatures over whom it is cast. We know a similar magic now, but of course the incantation has changed.
Sounds like useful spell.
I suppose so. Certainly the people were great hunters.
He moves the paper aside and brings out another on which is painted.
What do you think make of this one?
He asks. Spell of mind reading, perhaps?
Quite right.
Lorag claps his hand.
Well then, I see you truly are a sorcerer. Here, then is my puzzle.
He reaches over for another folder and opens it slowly and cautiously, as though the contents might try to bite him. Wait. He lies sheet out on the desk.
This spell was found inside one of the deepest caves, a place so old and ancient it had never been revisited since the time when those people set their home first all across the Shamutanti hills. The painting beside it indicates that this was the most powerful, most terrible magic, but as you see, the spell is partly lost.
You understand his meaning. On the page are drawn two symbols, not three. The last symbol is unreadable. The scholar leans it urgently.
A rockfall destroyed part of this picture, but dearly I wish to know what was the last character.
I believe I know. He nods, never taking his eyes from your face. He hands you a fresh sheet of paper and a quill.
Draw it for me,
he says. And I gonna guess this. Holding the brush with an arm outstretched as you were taught, you draw the symbol. The scholar considers for a long time, breathing through his thick beard. Then he nods deeply.
Yes, I do believe you have it.
He looks up.
Do you know the spell?
What does it do?
No one knows. But I remember what I saw in the caves of Aiedail, and it made my skin shiver.
What did you see? You ask. But he only shakes his head, his gaze far away.
Those hills, he says. They were once a very powerful place. Very powerful indeed.
He flies away his page, taking the one with your drawing on it with particular care.
Now I may aid you in return. You wish to learn the spell for the North Gate. I don't mind giving you my line, although it is my secret to keep.
He tells you his line, and you nod. It is as you have already been told. Where can I find other lines? He shakes his head.
The keepers of the lines are all leading citizens, but where they are, I do not know. At least one of them, Shilva, is dead, but I have heard it said he still haunts his tombs in the necropolis. But please, before you go, follow me.
He gestures across the room to a bookshelf lined with artifacts. You follow him across the room. He opens a drawer in the tall cabinet and pulls out something that looks like a shock of green fur.
Put this on for me, if you would, he says. I wish to try an experiment.
I have a bad feeling about that. I really do. What kind of experiment?
Oh, it is quite harmless, Lorag says. Just a little thing I found in my calculations. I suspect it will work. Actually, I suspect it will not work.
Okay. How badly wrong it could go? You take the food and find it is in fact a green wig,
Now,
Lorag says.
put it on.
He's pulling something from his own pocket as he speaks. What looks like a skull cap made of white claw. You pull the wig over your head, feeling quite ridiculous. Lorag smiles and puts the white skull cap on his own head. Then he begins to cast a strange sounding spell, speaking in syllables that sound more like goblin than ancient tongue of magic. What if he wants to destroy Kare? Huh? Read minds. You begin to cast the spell, taking the skull cap from your pack and placing it on your head. Lorag stops his own incantation immediately.
Please,
He smiles.
you are interrupting my experiment.
Okay, whatever, let's do this. He apologizes and removes the skull cap once more and, not catching any of his thoughts in the process, slowly and carefully Lorag completes his spell. You feel his thoughts reaching out and entering your mind, projecting strange ideas and curious images. Somehow the wig is letting him talk to you, but not in a human tongue, but one of the many other tongues of Kakbat. Suddenly, you drop to your knees. You lift one hand, then proceed to scratch your elbow. Lorag laughs and claps his hand in delight.
Superb, he remarks. Simply marvelous.
You bark twice. In reply. What? Turn around and then sit at Lorag's feet.
Quite incredible.
You hear him remark, and then he says something further in the common tongue, but for some reason you cannot understand it. In fact, you see nothing but his eyes. They feel your gaze. He has produced a stick. You open your mouth and take the stick between your teeth. Lorag beams, claps his hands and makes a gesture that causes you to stand. You follow him out of the door. You have become a sorcerer's pet. Oh my god. I honestly didn't see this coming. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I guess that would be a nice ending for this part. I won't take his crab next time. Actually, we're gonna pass it in this. This video is already hell long, so we can finish this part. Don't take it. I have to be going, you tell him, refusing his offer.
Of course, he nods. Well, thank you for the company.
Lorag shows you out the door. Leave the house. You return to the main road. Okay, this is a nice part to stop. We did quite a progress today. This video would be longer than usual, but I hope you don't mind. At least I feel like I did some progress. I think I did. My guess is I'm gonna find the next piece in the ruins, as my clue says, and the other part should be in the necropolis. I think. I hope so. And that should make for 4 spells, which I'm gonna use to open the North Gate. It's great. We don't have any gold, we don't have any rations, but actually I feel like I progress more than ever. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm gonna see you in the next episode. See ya!